everything you go through should be a learning experience and not a cycle. You learn from that experience and say, oh, okay, I've been down that road. I know that type. I know that vibe. I know that energy. And I don't want to be caught up in that. So I'd rather protect my space, protect my energy, protect my peace by being single until I find the right person. And that might be a while. You might be alone for a while. But it's better than feeling alone when you're in a relationship. I think that's the worst kind of loneliness, is when you're in a relationship and you still feel alone. I'm not talking about being single and still feel alone, because when you're single, you can kind of eventually learn to love yourself by yourself. But when you're with somebody and you keep holding on and you keep trying to change that person, you keep trying to make that person be what you want them to be, you're not really focusing on yourself. And just mainly, instead of trying to build them up and fix them, fix yourself. And in the midst of fixing yourself, the right person might come along that might be on the same wavelength as you. We got to understand that not everybody's on the same wavelength. Some people are on that wavelength where I just want to have fun. And hey, what works for them is fine. Don't get entangled in someone that just wants to have fun if that's not what you're into. If you're into really being in a monogamous relationship, strong relationship that you can build on, then you definitely don't want to search for somebody that's out to play. Because it just doesn't mix. And I know people say all the time, well, you got to build a person up. You got to be there through the thick and thin. How many men are sitting around like being with a woman that you just seen her with 3, 4, 5 different guys throughout the week? How many men are doing that? But people expect women to be like that. It's not fair to have that double standard. I understand you look at us like we're strong enough to handle being cheated on and being played and have our feelings being played with. We're strong enough to handle that because we're women. But in the same, you can say that about us, but in the same breath you can say, you need to stay in your place. You're not the dominant one. You need to stay in your place. But you just said I was strong. I was strong enough to handle your bullshit. But now I got to be in my place. So it just doesn't make sense. It's like, do what's best for you. That's all I can say. Do what's best for you. What you feel in your heart is best for you. And if you feel staying with the person that's messing around, that's only you. Only you can be the judge on what works for you. I know what worked for me is learning to love myself by myself. And that took some years. It took so many years that I've had people say, there must be something wrong with you if you're single. No, men approach me all the time, but I just choose not to indulge in that.